all, we still have to go through the content. So let me go through our formula again for the rest of the have not done it the last time round. Okay. Our formula basically is a format to combine sine, a combination of sine and cosine. Okay, so for example, if you see something like there's an A sine, what's going on? So for example, when you see something like A sine theta plus minus B cos theta, this can actually be converted into a combination into a sine or cosine function. Okay, what do I mean? Okay, let me try to show you. Okay, for example, 2 sine x plus, let's say, square root 3 cos x. Okay, now what do you see? Does it look like a cosine sine function? Right, it does, right? It does, right? It looks like a sine cosine function, only thing that is translated. So what I'm trying to tell you is this actually can be written as r sine theta plus minus alpha. Can be written in this way. Okay? And if you are okay, I'll see. How much what time you see? 5, 4. What do you see? 5, 1, 1. Okay, so how to remember? Okay, I mean, okay, of course you have to commit to memory, but sine is a good boy. Sine is a good boy. So if sine comes first, sine will be first. If sine sees a plus, he will give you a plus as well. Okay? If sine comes first, cosine is a good boy or not boy? Cosine is a good boy or naughty boy? Naughty boy. Naughty boy. So naughty boy. So if cosine sees a plus, he will give you minus first. So that's the minus, will give you a plus. Okay? Then sine is at the prime. Okay, so this is the R formula. Why is it useful? Later on you will find out. Okay, some of you may think that it's more well suited. Why do I remember this? Right, so okay, where R is basically a square root of a square plus square, and alpha is tangent plus b over a. Okay, you will see that this will be proven by you. Question 3.1. Okay, so I will not spoil the part. So far, okay? Can I? So if all good, one thing you must know is A and B, right? If you want to bring to our attention, A and B must be positive. Okay, A and B must be positive. See written somewhere? Okay, can I just take note here? A and B are positive. Can you see A and B must be positive? Hey. A and B must be positive. Okay? Can? So if all good, can you just try question 3.1? So let me give you an example. Let's look at the first one. Using addition formula, show that 2 sine theta plus 30 is square root 3 sine theta plus cosine. Now very simple, using addition, I treat this like sine A, B. So there will be sine A, so-called, with sine A plus B, you will know that you sine A cos B plus cos A sine. Okay, so open it up slowly. Can I? It's 2 maybe outside. Sine A cos B plus cos A. Oh, shucks. Not A, it's theta. Cos. 1 second, please. Sine. Okay. There's a bracket outside. Right, so 2 sine theta. Cosine theta 30 is square root 3 over 2. And sine 30 is half. Right, so merging these two together and merging these two together, straight away you can see I will get square root 3 sine theta plus cosine theta. Sure. So far, okay. Can, huh? So this is what again? What is this trying to tell you? It's trying to tell you that, you know, a combination of sine with the translation of the theta is still a combination of sine and cosine, a linear combination. Okay? So if you're okay, I hope I can manage to sell the formula. If sine comes first, sine is a good boy. Sine will keep the plus and minus sign. Cosine will flip plus to minus and minus to plus. Okay? Now we go to question 3.1. Okay, let's take some time to try question 3.1. Okay? Okay, let's do it. For those of you who have time, you may have time to watch the videos. Okay, so if you are talking, your voices will be recorded like Megan. Okay? Now, first one, let me go through question 3.3. Okay, question 3.3. What lesson you have after this? Your test is not today, right? Is it tomorrow? Tomorrow. Okay, question 3.12, I guess is done. Okay, for 3.2, I just want to stress about E. All right, like I said earlier, I think most of you have missed it. A and B must be what? A and B must be, Javier can sit down. A and B must be positive, which is why I factorize out negative 5. A and B must be positive. Okay, now I go through 3.3. 3.3 is precisely why we learn R formula. Because when you learn R formula, you realize that, hey guys, I got two trigo function. I cannot combine them. I cannot create a same trigo variable. What do I do? If this was last year, you look at this in YEA, you'll be stuck. But now you look at this, hey, I know what to do. R formula, A is 2, B is 3. If you don't mind, please quieten down so that I can hear myself. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to take out the mic because it doesn't sound so good with mic on recording. Okay, so R is square root A square plus B square. This is 13. Okay, what is alpha? Alpha is tangent inverse 3 over 2. Okay, there are two alphas here. The first alpha is for R formula. The second alpha is for basic angle. So don't get confused. Okay, fair enough. Sometimes in life there can be two alphas in your house. Okay. So alpha 1. This is 56.310. Okay, this is not basic angle. This is just the R formula. So 2 cos theta minus 3 sine is equals to 1. I have square root 13 cosine theta. Remember, cosine is a naughty boy. So it's a plus. Okay? If you memorize wrongly, you're going to get different answers. All right? So 56.310 equals to 1. Remember, guys? R cosine theta plus alpha. Okay, that is your alpha. So once I manage to combine, right, I have 1 over square root 13. What do I do now? BQRA. Anyone can tell me what does B stand for? Q, R, A. Very good. Only Timothy can answer me. Okay, Timothy, conduct great excellent. The rest all very good. Okay, so B is a basic angle. How to find the basic angle? Cosine inverse 1 over square root 3. I call this alpha 2. Okay, this question got 2 alphas. All right, so just be careful. The first alpha is for R formula. Second alpha is for basic angle. Last time got sine product root lucky was got 3 alphas. Okay, so this is 73.898. Q. Now since cosine theta plus 563. No, now our angle is translated. It's not theta, it's theta plus 563. Do not minus this from here. A lot of people do this. It's a novelty mistake. Okay, top 10 mistakes of the year. People minus this and then they say that alpha. Do not minus the translated angle from the first alpha. Okay?
Now, this is equals to, it's more than 0. Theta plus 563. When you have cosine to be positive, it means that theta plus 563 must be in quadrant 1 or quadrant 4. ASTC, add sugar to coffee. Then you have R. Again, translated angle, translated quadrant, translated range. Okay, theta is between 360 to 0, which means that theta plus 563 will have to be between 416.31 and 56.31, just by adding 563.56.31 on both sides. Then I get the answer out. What's my answer going to be? It's going to be quadrant 1, quadrant 4, right? So where's my theta? I know that theta plus 563 will have to be a quadrant 1 answer. Quadrant 1, my answer is just alpha. Quadrant 2, my answer is 360 minus alpha. All right, and theta will just be theta plus 56.31 will have to be 7. Sorry, 7. Yeah, wrong. So theta will just be 17.6 or 229.8. Okay, the step in red, I guess, is quite crucial because I saw 3 of you all make the same mistake. You all minus very early. I saw Isaac, I saw bias or yeah. Just take note. Okay. Okay. If you're copying, I will pause a while. May I move on? No. Please hurry. I have 5 minutes left. Probably not doing today. I'll do tomorrow. Those are doing 3.5. If the translation and the scaling makes you very upset, I think that Jukai, Joshua, Javier, you're all figuring out. Just use that smoke. I'll turn on. Okay, can I move on? Calling once, calling twice. Consider soap. Okay, next one. Question 3.4. Now I go to 3.4 first. Okay, 8 cos plus 15 sine in the form of r cos theta minus alpha. This is what I get. Okay, 8 cosine theta plus 15 sine theta is equal to this. Okay, now I want to find the range. So that's another reason why we do R formula. I mean, when you have an R formula, right? Okay, it's just like, yeah, you will have so many reasons to love this one. Because one, this can tell you the maximum and the minimum value. What's the maximum value of a cosine? What's the minimum value of a cosine? Is none other than 1 and -1. Now, if I were to just be itchy fingers and multiply by 17, I know that the maximum value and minimum value will toggle between 17 to -17. Okay, that is why for part one, you can see the answers between -17 and 17. If you see a dot, please don't follow me. It's because I'm lazy. Okay, okay. Now, if you are at part two, part two basically is a squared function. Okay, part 2 basically is a squared function. Now, if I'm doing a part 2, here, when you have 8 cosine theta plus 15 sine theta square, I will write this. This is like my 17 cosine theta minus 61.9 square. When you look at a square will never be negative. It will be non-negative for sure. The smallest value of a square will be 0. It will be 0. Okay? Now if it's 0, what am I trying to say? A 17 square cosine square theta minus 61.9 will basically be between 289 and between 0. Is that okay? Can I? Okay, it doesn't mean this. A lot of people do this. X between -1 and 1, they think the endpoint will also give you the endpoint. Then they see that it's -1 square. So if you do this, it's wrong. Okay? Which one? You expand the ones in the bracket. So no, I didn't really expand. So you see, I see this as A, I see this as B. AB bracket square is A square B square. Okay? Yeah, can I? Now I go to part 3. Okay. Next thing your understanding to be quiet so that I don't have to shout. The louder you talk, the louder I have to shout as well. Okay, so try to be quiet. Now, if I look at this, I know that what's the biggest and smallest of this value at the bottom? This is between where to where? -17 to. Very good. Thank you, Focus, for answering me. So if I know that 17 cosine theta minus 61.9 is between 17 to -17. I start from somewhere in the humble beginning. Then I plus 18. I plus 18. I plus 18. My function will be between 35 and 1. But that's not all. What do we want? We want the reciprocal. The reciprocal of x is 1 over x. Okay? Now here, something to share with you. If everybody is positive, you have 2 less than 3 less than 4. But if I change it to 1 over 2, 1 over 3, 1 over 4, what do you notice? If I have 3 positive guys, I take a reciprocal, what will happen? Learning lesson for you. What will happen? Those who do math Olympiad in primary school, you will know. What happened? It will flip. Clear? It will flip. That is why, even though this is between 1 and 17, but when I take 1 over 8 cos theta, okay, it will be between 1 over 35 and 1. So far? Because the reciprocal flip. More than, small than become more than, smaller than, okay. More than become lesser than. Clear so far? Clear? Jaden Lloyd, touching your, huh? Can I? Okay, so I will stop at 3.4. Tomorrow, we will continue with 3.5. Is that okay? By tomorrow, can you have a... Okay, I'll tell you what is okay. Just come at whatever point you're at tomorrow. Okay? Yeah, we will aim to finish tomorrow. Okay? Okay, thank you, class.